Alright, so when did you actually begin drawing? When did you get into it?
I started drawing when I was like in third grade.
Oh wow.
Yeah, way back when.
I'm sure you had the best talent then too, right?
Oh yeah. I was like ready for the big leagues, like out of the womb, man. But no, it was funny. They used to call me, and nobody else better to call me this ever. But when I was younger, my nickname was Benji Herrera, and so when I was in third grade, I met this one kid, and he was the same age as me, and his name was Bambi Barrera.
Oh wow.
And so I used to always be fascinated by him because he was able to draw Superman out of his head, and I was just like that was the coolest thing to me in the world. And so because of that, he inspired me, because I tried to copy him and I just got frustrated because I couldn't draw as good as him. So I just made up my mind that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be as good as Bambi. And so that's when I started drawing. I started copying comic books, just tracing them, and then I would actually, instead of tracing them, I would copy, freehand the pictures I saw all the time, and do it over and over and over again until I could get it correct. And then on my own, before I was good enough to draw like a person, it was just a bunch of I guess basically stronger looking stick figures.
That's awesome. Did you go to school for it after that, or?
No, I mean I took like one summer. I got put in like an art class that my fourth grade teacher, second grade teacher, had told me about it because he was teaching for the summer, and so my parents put me in that, and that was my first foray into like art classes. So we would go around. We'd have a lot of live models and stuff. So we would just, and then he'd take us on field trips to like the zoo and stuff. So it was like for 6 weeks, and we just sketch animals, or we go to the museum and sketch stuff like that, So that was like my first formal training. And then after that, it was just art school in like junior high and high school. So I had like an art class in 8th grade and like another one as a senior.
That's awesome. Do you actually enjoy drawing comics? I mean, you're into comics, or just do it because you can make money, or your hobby, or what? Do you actually enjoy the comic book world?
Yes, I do. I just love drawing comics. I love the sequential aspect of it, telling the story, and mainly the art side, but also like the superhero side. Because I mean, I got my favorite superheroes for sure. But I just always, when I collected comic books, it was always more so for the artist as opposed to the story later on, When I first started like collecting comic books, I would get books for George Perez and John Byrne and stuff like that, and then I was really into the stories, then. But later on, it got more because of the artwork.
Who's your favorite artist?
That's hard. I have just way too many. Yeah. But I mean, what my earlier favorite artists that started me off was Michael Golden and John Byrne and George Perez. Oh, and Frank Miller when he was, before back in the day.
What do you as far as Superman artists go? What do you think of Alex Ross?
Oh, he's awesome.
Do you?
Yeah, I love his artwork, his painting and stuff like that.
Do you do your own comics at all?
Yes, I'm here and there. I have my own stories, but right now I'm working on a project with a friend of mine. Her name's Mandy Udair, and I met her at this really cool like holiday food party at a friend Min's house, and found out she was a writer and stuff. She didn't really write comic books, but I thought she was a good writer, and so I approached her, and she was all down with like coming up with her own story. So we have it's more of like a comic strip, as opposed to a comic book.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cartoony. It's about cartoon characters, and so starting to do that.
That's cool. Out of all the art you've done, and we got to see some at Comic-Con, which was awesome, what is your favorite piece that you've ever done? Like your either a masterpiece or just not even that good, you just really liked it. What's your favorite?
I think my favorite one was my very first digital illustration, and that was I did this illustration. It's up on my site and stuff. It's Ultimate Wolverine, and he's like just slashing like a character I made up. It's like the villain that I made up myself. And so it was just because I was starting to teach myself how to paint and stuff, and that was my first time doing a full digital painting. So it was just really fun to do, and I just loved how it came out. I just loved the process that I completed.
You said earlier you had favorite heroes.
Yes.
Who is your favorite hero of all time?
Captain America.
Captain America.
Yeah, he's my favorite of all time.
And why would he be your favorite?
Because I just think he's cool. I think he's like, he's not an anti-hero. He's like a solid superhero. You know, he knows what's right and what's wrong, and he stands up for it. You know, and he's sacrificial, and he doesn't have like way out crazy superpowers. You know, I mean, he's got that serum in him and stuff. He's stronger and stuff, but he's like, you know, still could be the underdog and a lot of stuff. And he thinks a lot. You know, like he's a strategist. But I just like him mainly because he just has like really good morals. You know, and he stands up.
And you mentioned the current project you're working on, the comic strip. Do you have anything else you're working on currently?
No, nothing with comic books. I'm thinking about getting back into comic books more, and then like since I've been here at the con, I've been re-inspired to maybe come up with another hero, you know, to do besides the comic strip. You know, but nothing I'm really working on besides the comic strip.
Yeah, my next question is going to be if you had any future plans, but sounds like you're a little bit inspired there for the comics. That's awesome.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I realized because I got away from comic books for a while because I was doing video games and. Which I love that. I love the artwork and doing 3D.
What video games were you involved with?
Like Guild Wars and Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, the Midnight Club series. Yeah. You know, Star Wars Galaxies, things like that. And so it was fun doing all that stuff. So I got away from comic books for a while, but I realized that I love comic books. I love superheroes and I love storytelling.
They seem to be coming back big time.
Yeah.
Just in the past couple, obviously with the new movies coming out and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Seeing all the superheroes come on live on screen right now.
Oh, I love it, man. Especially it's being done really well. I mean, like my dream movie that came out was The Avengers. I mean, I think that's my favorite superhero movie of all time. I mean, they just did it so right. I mean, and all my favorite characters were on screen. You know, like Captain America, Thor, the Hulk, Iron Man, all the cool, golden age that are now the present.
Which you get to see plentiful here.
Exactly.
How many Comic Cons have you been at?
Oh man, I've been like almost 30. It's been yeah. I've been going to Comic Con since I was like 17 or 18.
That's awesome.
17 or 18.
You think geek is in now? Is that why it's been getting pretty big? Comic Con's been getting huge.
Yeah, it's huge. I guess it is, which but I guess so. It's also for some reason starting to attract the more mainstream audience as well. And also I mean it's good. It's kind of sad though because comic convention has been less and less about comic books and more about movies and television shows and stuff. Which is cool, but I mean when I started going, it was all about comic books and the artists and stuff like that, and that was just like really magical to me. Just to go there and see my favorite artists, to get their autograph or to have them do me a sketch, and when I used to go, there was no movie involvement at all. I think it's still cool, in that it is, but yeah, I just hope that it's always still about comic books.
Good points. Artists getting their autographs, getting them to do sketches. What is your advice for aspiring artists?
In particular, comic book artists?
Definitely.
Or in general? Okay.
Definitely.
Just to practice a ton. Just to practice. That's all. I think that's the most important thing. And do all the basics first. Learn, life drawing, anatomy, perspective, what shape and forms are, and also storytelling. Learn composition. Because it's not just about copying from a comic book. It's like those artists can do all those things because most of them, to my knowledge, have learned all the basics. And so get books, whatever you need to, take courses online or, YouTube or whatever, but yeah, learn all the basics and practice them all the time. And then when you got a decent handle on that, then start producing more comic book pages, and then you'll be able to, that's how I did it, and you'll be able to get a better grasp on producing.
Last question, not professionally related. If you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
I think it'd have to be, super strength. Okay. Yeah, it's totally basic one and everything, but I just always would, a close second is like flying. But it's like, I'm afraid of heights, so. Maybe along with flying, I could get like no fear of heights, but yeah, I probably would want super strength if I had to choose one. Because I don't know, I just grew up watching, Superman lift, you know,
Yeah.
trains over his head, and Captain America like throw around bad guys, and so that just seems the coolest to me.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time to answer our questions, and hopefully be hearing from you again.
Thank you. Thank you.